तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्दिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गलकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्रे स्वाहा स्वादा नमोऽस्तुते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Sairam Lin, Sairam from Malaysia.
Oh, Sairam Sharma, Sairam from New Zealand. And thank you, Swami, for blessing us with so many stories of your glory. We thank you and we give you our most loving pranams at thy divine lotus feet. Thank you, Swami. And thank you to our listeners for taking the time from your day to spend a little time with Sharma and Swami and I. We are a threesome, and our job is to provide you with a little story that will brighten your heart every day. So this story is called A Weakness for Tobacco. Now, the number of students who had physical closeness to Swami in the 1970s was not very much. There were not many of them who were allowed to be in Swami's physical presence. I'm talking about the students. And these boys had access to Swami's residence, and they spent practically every minute with him when they were not in college, in class. And one of these students, his father was a very, very heavy smoker, and in fact, his dad gambled and went to the horse races, and I think he drank alcohol, he played cards. Anyway, he had a lot of bad habits, and this really disturbed this boy. And he figured out that his father was smoking about 100 cigarettes a day. And he was also going to gambling dens, the student's father, and spend money on horse racing. And of course, this was making life very difficult at home for the boy's mother because there wasn't always enough money for food. And this happens in many homes, east and west. It certainly happens a lot here in New Zealand. I can tell you, I've heard too many stories of the same situation happening, where the father or the mother just smokes and drinks and gambles, and there's not enough money for food on the table. So anyway, to get back to our story, the boy wrote a letter to Swami talking about his dad's weakness for smoking, and asked Swami, please do something, because father won't listen to me. Now, the next morning, the boy's father turned up in Vrindavan, and the father had seen Swami before, and he did respect him, and Swami had even spoken with the father. Now, in those days, the parents of students could stand just outside of Swami's residence in Whitefield, and they could approach Swami just as he stepped out for darshan. If their child was a student at the college there in Whitefield, the parents were allowed to stand just outside the gate of Swami's house. So when Swami comes out, the first thing he sees is the student's father. And Swami goes over to him, and he's not looking very happy, and he says to the father, "Why did you come?" And he was not speaking in a loving way. And earlier, he had always spoken to this man with great love, but this was a different Swami. And so the father said, "I came today, Swami." And Swami turned away from him and walked away, and then he came back, and he said in a voice like thunder, he said to this father, "If you smoke again, if you play cards again, if you go to horse races again." Now, the boy had only written about the smoking, but Swami knew everything. Swami said, "If you smoke again, if you play cards again," he repeated it, "if you go to the horse races again, I will not only not see you, I will not let you see me. Not only will I not talk to you, I will not let you talk to me either." And this was, Swami was mimicking terrible anger And the sound of Swami's voice literally paralyzed the man's mind. He couldn't think. All of his thoughts disappeared. And then Swami said to him, "Not only will you not be able to see me or talk to me, but I will ensure you cannot even think of me." And then Swami moved away as quickly as he had gone towards the Father. It was like a hurricane had hit him like a tornado, picked him up, twirled him around, and thrown him to the ground, the man said. But from that day on, the man could not bear the slightest whiff of tobacco. See how Swami works, how he deals with a prayer. Now that student had only prayed that Swami remove the Father's weakness for tobacco. But Swami named all of the wrong actions that the Father was committing and let him know he was not happy about it. You see, we believe that receiving a gift from him is a blessing. And we think offering a gift to Swami is also a blessing. What we often do not realize is that even thinking of him is a blessing that he has given us. He can make us think of him. He can make us forget him. He can make us not even know that we ever heard his name. So the only life that we can live with Swami is to be grateful to him, to be thankful that he is in our life, that he listens to our prayers, that he watches over every thought, word, and deed we have. And indeed, it does hurt him when we do fall off the path. When we do, and it's inevitable, we are still divine beings in human bodies. We will make mistakes. We will know it when we do it, or we will find out, even though we thought we did a good action, it may come back to haunt us. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. We ask Swami for his forgiveness. Swami, please don't let us fall into that trap again. Please bless us. Please forgive us. Please never, ever leave us, Swami. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Om Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Rakcha Rakcha Sai Ishvara. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Sai Ishvara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.